Hey, what's up guys? As you can see, I've got a small project going on at the moment. And in the past, I had a lot of people ask about my grow tent setup for Georgia, my peach stout monitor. So I was like, well, I'm redoing the substrate in the bottom of the enclosure and kind of cleaning things up. So I thought I'd do a video here going over how I got this set up. And you might be wondering, where exactly is Georgia while I'm doing this? He was at free roam for a little bit, but now he's on top of the couch, hanging out. He's trying to figure out what in the heck I'm doing to his house. He's like, I'm ready for a nap. Are you done yet? Are you done yet? He's monitoring me messing with his house. So there he is. He's right next to me. All right, so currently the size grow tent that he is in is a 4x2x5, and hopefully sometime soon here down the road, I'd like to find him maybe like a 5x5x6 or something like that. My ceilings are only 7 foot, so I got to keep it under 7 foot tall. So I think like a 5x5x6 would be really, really good size since he's bigger now. He's 3 feet long now and could possibly be 4 feet at the most, but I think he's going to stay right around this 3 feet mark. He might get a couple inches bigger, but we shall see. So here's the brand. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but there we go. And shout out to SoFlo Reptiles. These guys got amazing geckos and snakes and monitors. So check them out. I got their stickers all over. I got one over there too on my Ackie enclosure. I got one on my car. Anyhow, so how I did the inside was, as you can see, I've got sheets of lattice in here. So I actually got an 8x4 big piece of lattice. I cut it in half, so that would be 4 feet, right? To put on the back wall. And then the other half, I cut the other half in half. So I would have two 2 feet long pieces. And those are on the side. It's kind of hard to see with the plants and branches. But there we go. And with this method, zip ties are your friends. I bought a bag of like 50 or 100 zip ties. I do have lots left, but so you pretty much just want to zip tie the lattice to the support bars, like so, voila, and then try to cut down, the long edges as good as you can, so there's no sharp pieces sticking out. And that's pretty much what I did with the branches. I've got branches going vertical. I got one vertical one there, another vertical branch kind of back here in the corner, and other branches just crisscrossing, so lots and lots of climbing options. And what's cool about using the lattice is that you can just put the branches right through the lattice and then zip tie the branches right to the lattice. So it makes it super, super easy. Everything is sturdy. It's not loose. It's not wobbly. Nothing's, there's no risk of anything falling or anything like that. You can zip tie, the branches together, but in a sense, just, zip tie the lattice right to the support bars, and then everything else you can just use as many zip ties as you want. He's got 3 cork tubes that he likes to sleep in or just hang out in. One here, and that's what I did. Same thing also, I took like a little drill and just drilled holes so I could feed the zip tie through. And I've got the cork tubes zip tied on the front and in the back, right to the branches. So, I mean, that one's a little wobbly, but it's zip tied in the front and in the back there, if you can see. So it's not gonna fall. It's not gonna fall. That one there, you can see I drilled a hole and got that zip tied in the front and in the back there too. And I pretty much did the same thing with all the fake plants. I mean, of course I wanted to use real plants, but I mean, really, it's kind of impossible to keep real plants when you have monitors, especially one like this goober, a semi-arboreal that like to climb all over everything. Those would have died and been on the floor super quick. So, and it's easier just to do fake plants. You know, I can just zip tie them. Don't gotta worry about keeping them alive. You can just spray them with water to clean them. Super easy, super easy. You get lots and lots of plants, as you can see, even toward the bottom. And then when I have all the dirt in the bottom, I've got this giant cork tube for him. And that one I just kind of like half bury in the dirt, and he likes to go in there and sleep. Or sometimes he'll even somehow wedge himself in between the lattice and the back wall of the tent, and he likes to kind of cozy up and sleep back there too, in the corner. So this is my gigantic tub of dirt. I do my own substrate mix just because it's a heck of a lot cheaper. For $5, you can go to Lowe's or Home Depot and get a 50-pound bag of play sand. I get the Scott's organic topsoil. And again, that's like, what, $2.50, $3 at the most for a big old bag of that. I mix that together. Then I don't have the bag, I just threw it away. The only store-bought substrate that I get is I get a small bag of the Zilla Jungle Mix, and that one's got like sphagnum moss. I forget, there's like 3 or 4 different like mosses in it. So I just mix that all together. It's a horrible shadow, so that sucks. Anyhow, so you can see it's just a nice mixture, and I'll do a good, I don't know, when I scooped all this out, I probably had a good 6 inches, if not 8 inches deep of substrate in the bottom. And a lot of times peach throats, they do like to dig around and whatnot. So I like to make sure that he at least has some substrate to dig around in if he wants to. And then they're also semi-aquatic. And a lot of these semi-aquatic species, they kind of like to sleep in the water tub at night. And he does that a lot, actually. I don't know how many quarts this is, but when I get him a bigger tent, I'm going to get him a bigger water tub. But I usually fill that up about halfway because, like, in reality, water is heavy. And when I fill it up halfway, it's about 2 gallons of water, and it doesn't sound like much, but it's kind of heavy for me to get it out my door, and thank God his tent is just steps away from my front door, so I just take it right out the front door and I can dump it over my plants, and it actually helps my plants grow better, because they also, you know, monitors like to poop in their water, for those of you that don't know. So poop water has been helping my plants to grow outside. Okay, on to the heating and lighting. If anybody does not know, I use all Arcadia products. Shout out to Arcadia. So I also provide 2 separate basking spots. The first one here, this is just like a nice warm basking spot. You can see it's pretty close to this cork here. So this heat lamp that I use is this one here, the Arcadia. It's just a low watt, 50 watt golden sun basking flood. I like to use the floodlight for that one because it puts out a wider beam of light. So that's going to give you light and heat. And it's like warm, it's not even hot. So I think the temperature over here, it's usually like in the 80s, maybe like 90 at the most. As far as peach throats go, or like the whole Indicus complex species, they like hot basking temps. So you really want to have it be like around 130. Sometimes even like 135, 140. And as you can see, it's pretty much hitting that board right in the middle. So over here, I've got the dual lamp, and on the left side there is an Arcadia 80 watt deep heat projector. That one just projects heat, no light, and that one is on 24/7. That one there, obviously that one produces light and heat, and that is this one. It's a 75 watt golden sun basking halogen, 75 watt. So that one paired with the deep heat projector seems to be really good, and I really like using the deep heat projectors. All of my enclosures have those. My Aki, my Savannah, my 3 leopard geckos. With the deep heat projectors, it really like penetrates through their skin, and the heat actually gets down like into their muscles, which is really important. It really helps to heat them up and energize them. So that's why I like using those. And these guys definitely need UVB. They need a strong UVB as far as, again, peach throats and Indicus complex monitors go. So up here you can see I've got a long UVB lamp. It's a 4 foot, goes all the way across, and it's not a 14, it's a 12% UVB. And in theory, I could probably do a 14, but I have a 12 up there right now. So when I go to replace these bulbs, I might get another 12, or I might swap it out and do a 14. And then you can see I just have D-clips, again, clipped to the support bars. And with the heat lamp, I did the same thing. Super easy, and then you can kind of slide them around if you need to. This one here, because it's a dual one, I did have to use a few zip ties, and I zip tied it again right to the support bar. So, like I said, zip ties are your friends. And then I've got the little digital humidity gauge, and those work really well. Let's see, this basking spot, I got this. I do need to replace this. This is about the only thing that I need to replace in here. I got that at Hobby Lobby, and when he stretches out and he's laying under there to bask, it pretty much fits his whole entire body, and then his tail, of course, is like going here, and sometimes the end of his tail is under this lamp, so it's kind of funny. But I've had this tent for him for about 2 years now. He's just a little over 3 years old, and this board lasted about 2 years, and because it's been cooking under the heat, you can see it's split, but I've been keeping an eye on it. There's nothing sharp or nothing like that, so I do got to replace that, but that's no big deal. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, that's not it. So I wanted to get some kind of airflow in here, right? So on these tents, there is these little mesh windows, and it has like the little cover with the Velcro. You can roll it down and roll it up. I like to keep them rolled up to keep airflow. There's one there. There's another one on the other side. And then there's a big one in the back. So you probably can't see because there's no lightage back here, but maybe you can kind of see. So I have a small little fan back here. I got it propped up on a couple big books so it can blow into the tent. And I can tilt it up and down, to direct where the air is going in there. So it usually keeps a good amount of air circulating in the tent, which is good. You can see the fake plants kind of blowing a little bit, so there's definitely some air flowage down there. So I'm gonna get this finished here. I'm gonna scoop some of this dirt and get that filled back up, and then put his water tub back in there, fill that up, and then put his big cork rod back in there. And like I said, I usually kind of half bury that. He likes to sleep in there when he's not sleeping in the water tub. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments there. I think I kind of covered everything. I think so anyways. So that is it, and that is all. So that's the whole thing right there. I would say the only thing that I don't like is sometimes the zipper is a pain, especially at the bottom. So you just got to be real careful when you're zipping the door. When I get him a bigger one, I might go with a different brand. I'm not totally sure yet. I got to figure that out. But sometimes the zipper gets stuck at the bottom and you got to kind of play around with it. But thank God I haven't had anything happen. So that is it, and that is all. I'm going to hurry up and finish this because Georgia looks like he's ready for a nap. Are you tired, buddy? Are you tired? Are you ready to go night-night? I don't even think it's 6 o'clock yet, but usually about this time of night, they all kind of slow down and kind of just hang out and lay around and get ready to go to sleep. So there you go, guys. If this is your first time checking out my channel, one of my videos, make sure to subscribe. I got lots of videos of my peach throat, my ackee, my Savannah monitor. I've got a few leopard geckos. There we go, bam. I'll have to do some more videos of my ackee and the geckos. And then my Savannah is over there. I gotta get her into a bigger house too, soon. So that is it, and that is all, and we'll catch everybody on the next one. Don't forget to like the video and leave me a comment. We'll catch everybody on the next one.